Hey folks, welcome to No Comics for Old Men. As a special edition, kind of a rant about, hey, revitalizing your downtown. If you live in an area that has a downtown that has taken a downturn, what do? I tell you what you do. You find a landlord who will give a very cheap, sizable storefront to a comic gaming store. What that does is, you know, comic stores are a destination. People will search out and find a comic store and a gaming store, and when they show up at the comic store, they don't come downtown or to wherever the comic store is for 5 minutes. They don't come down to pick up some comics and head home. They talk about comics, they go through back stock. If they're into gaming, they'll probably throw a couple of games while they're there. If the place offers tournaments, they'll, you know, if they come for a tournament, tournaments last 6-8 hours. We sometimes have 60 to 80 people here for a tournament. Now you're talking about 60 to 80 people for 6 to 8 hours in your downtown. And what that brings in is people start to see, hey, there's a lot of people downtown. I could sell them some burgers, or I could sell them some sandwiches or drinks, some coffee. So what do is they start opening up other stores downtown to facilitate the people that are there every week, 60 to 80 people, 2 to 3 times a week, hanging out downtown, and they'll start to spend money at these other businesses, which will draw other people downtown. And then now that they see something's happening downtown, more people will come downtown. Happened in our town. I opened up, the only thing that was here was a couple of antique stores that opened on the weekend. Then there was a gun store, which, you know, really is not a destination, you know, like they don't have to be downtown. If they weren't downtown, somebody to find their gun store, right? But what happened is after we opened up, a coffee shop opened up, a brewery opened up. There was a few restaurants downtown, but their businesses started taking off. They were doing a lot more business, and they were spending money on sprucing their place up, changing their menu up, and more restaurants came downtown. So the thing is that a comic book gaming store needs very low rent. So basically you have to get the town or city involved and try to find a place that maybe the city owns a building downtown that hasn't been condemned, and they could lease it or rent it to a comic book store owner at a very low price. Introductory, so you know, it takes a little while to get the business feet under you. Figuring out your business, figuring out, you know, a lot. Retail's not really easy, so it takes a little while. That's what happened with me. The city actually changed the ordinance, and they said if you have empty spaces downtown, you need to rent them. So they were going to fine people downtown. So somebody came and sought me out. I had another location, a very tiny location, that I was paying very little money for, but it wasn't really ideal. Somebody came to me and asked me if I would like their location, slightly more money, but huge space. If you've ever seen this Haven for Heroes, we have 3,000 square feet, and it's fantastic. Now, every year since we opened, we've paid more, and we're still not at what your local our local area gets per square foot, but we're getting there, right? But we needed that to get in, and you need that for new businesses coming down to your downtown. So if you can convince the landlords downtown to revitalize by giving breaks to businesses starting out, that's a great way, because you're going to get people from a great distance away. We have people that come from 100 miles that come and play Magic when it's not the vid, you know, and we can actually have tournaments. We're not doing 16, 80-man tournaments right now. Hopefully it'll restart in August. That's when Wizards of the Coast is allowing them back going. But it is a great way. The only way your downtown comes back is if you go downtown, right? When I opened a business downtown, everybody said I was nuts, because they're like, nobody goes downtown. But I wasn't getting people, like, I still get people that are from the city that I'm in, and it's not a big city. It really isn't, 2.5 square miles. People come in and say, how long have you been here? We're going to be going on our 7th year starting May. So it goes to show you that people that live in the area don't always come downtown, especially when they've grown up and it's been a blight, where it's been empty, and then the stuff downtown they're not really interested in. But when you put new businesses downtown and you bring people in from other areas, they also then, people start thinking about, hey, this downtown is really exciting and things are happening. And then your housing market starts to go up because people want to move to your area because it's on the up and coming. So think about it when you're in an area that's depressed and you're looking for a way to revitalize your downtown. Think about going to your the city fathers, the mayor, the councilman, and asking them about trying to bring in businesses that draw people to your downtown. This has been Emmett ranting about how to revitalize your downtown with a comic book gaming store. Keep reading comics.